What's going on, everyone? So Klutzy just replied to what happened with the JayTech situation. And I saw that, I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get this reply in. And if y'all didn't know, actually, let's go ahead and go to my Twitter. I got hit with a random copyright earlier in the morning, or at 3 a.m. And I launched my video before that. So I'm like, why did I randomly get that way after, right? Let's go find that. A lot of people are on the thread as well. We're going to get to Klutzy too, because this is what this is mainly about. Right here, I was looking at my phone. I'm like, it's like copyright issues found. Imagine just relaxing. I pick up my phone. I'm like, huh? Fanboy JayTech TV melts down. Then I get an email too. Video cannot be monetized. I'm like, I thought everything was fine though. You said the check marks, everything was fine. You know, you get the check mark, it's fine, right? It's over. And I'm like, okay, apparently not. But it was that little section where he had music at the beginning of his video, and then something somewhere else. I don't know what it was, but it was a music copyright issue, and I ended up getting it removed. I emailed them, talked to them, and yeah, I'm okay. So I'm not hit with a strike, just to let you guys know. It's more serious here because he got hit with a strike, but he's trying whoever he can, right? Because he has me blocked. Just to prove it to you guys, let's go ahead and find his page right here. I guess he got mad because I made a couple videos off of him. I don't know why I didn't go to his page. It's not letting me go there. The fuck is going on? What the hell? I didn't ask you that, Grok. That was kind of weird. But yeah, I'm blocked. So are we ready for this, though? Let's get into this.
Morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I've been better, which is a way of putting it, because for the last roughly 48 hours or so, I have been dealing with the most BS I have ever dealt with personally in the history of my YouTube channel. Because in case you all haven't heard by now, which I'd be surprised if you didn't, honestly, because this news has been spreading like wildfire, but 2 nights ago at 6:32 p.m., I received this email from YouTube. Your video has been taken down from YouTube. JayTech TV thinks GameStop proves that Xbox has no games. And then if you look all the way at the bottom of the email, you will see in bold letters, it says, I received a copyright strike. And this is an important point to bring up. So often when it comes to copyright on YouTube, people will get a strike confused with a claim. And admittedly, I used to get confused with this a lot as well. But for those of you who don't know, I'm going to explain this. The difference between a copyright claim and a strike is a claim means that the person saw you use their content and they're claiming it as their own, and then they can choose to either take the money that that video made, or they can block the video from being viewed, but your channel is not put in danger as a result of a claim. I've been
What he says exactly correct, because you can go change it out. They give you the option. Now, when you're hit with a strike, like 3 strikes you're out, that's very serious. More serious than you could imagine. Imagine working 7-10 years at a job and you were late 3 times that year and you got fired. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that type of situation, the way I see it, where it's like, you hit me with a type of strike, like, I need that strike off the tally. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. Like if you've worked up to that point to where now you're making good income and you're trying to survive, life is more rougher now, you know what I mean, in all those situations, man, it's just not cool. And Klutzy's young too, he's worked a lot for that, and it's just not cool. Like, he didn't do anything wrong to receive that, so it definitely needs to be removed. That's for sure.
Claimed many times on several live streams, specifically when reacting to certain gaming events, because of like copyrighted music or whatever, and it was a claim, so my channel was never in danger. They're just taking the ad revenue I made from the stream, which, whatever. Not gonna bother fighting.
Yeah, it's annoying. They steal your ad revenue. So for example, you know how like when we went to my page and went down to what I basically just said, I should have just went there, but I'll get there real quick. What he's saying is very true, because it says right here, copyright issues found. It wasn't a strike. Could that, because some people wanted to go farther than that, of course, but that's where I was okay, because I'm like, I wasn't able to, like, deal with that. But Kalexi's situation is far worse because it went farther beyond that, and it shouldn't have, of course.
It doesn't really matter. A strike, on the other hand, can literally put your channel in danger because, like with a lot of things, YouTube operates on a 3-strike system. 3 strikes and you're out. In this case, if you get 3 strikes within 90 days, your channel can just get deleted. Now, why 90 days, you might be asking? Because that's how long a strike lasts unless it's resolved ahead of time. In my case, I submitted a counter notification. Basically, I said, hey, this is complete BS. And when you submit a counter notification, the person who claimed you has to respond within 10 days by either removing the strike or pursuing you with legal action. If they don't respond within those 10 days, the strike is removed and the video automatically goes back up. Now,
and I think that's what's going to happen. There's no way JayTech's going to want to go to court because Clutchy's going to have a lot of support too. Is going to be backing him up. You don't want to play that game, right? Because there's people that don't lose in court. And then there's people that know what they're doing too. And that's why sometimes it's probably best to know people's family or just know what's going on when you do these types of things. But when you just think you're always safe in a room, that's not always the case. Like just going around abusing systems like that and think you could just ruin somebody's career because that's his career. And it's that, you know what I mean? Dude, you put that much of your time into that. You can't get that back. No. There has to be an equal penalty. You see what I mean? It's just like somebody trying to play victim and say, this person did this to me, and they jail that person and ruin their life. If that wasn't true, they need to suffer a deep penalty. What I mean is like there needs to be a penalty for that. You know what I mean? You can't just do that and then he's all okay. It's okay. He didn't do it. No. He tried to ruin his channel. No.
as I'm sure you could tell by now, the person who copyright claimed me was JayTech TV, who is unironically the biggest coward on this entire platform, and I don't say that lightly, because Jay has a history of falsely striking people. This is not new. I am not the first person to have been struck by him. He has done this multiple times over the last roughly decade or so to Rags, who you may have heard of. He's a much bigger channel. He has over 300,000 subs, and Kim Josh-un, and it would not surprise me if he's done it to other people as well. Now, as you can probably guess, these claims were completely fraudulent. The videos that JayTech claimed were completely fair use, and that applies to my situation as well, because
one thing too, guys, that I didn't know that I found out late or in the morning, actually, this is when I got hit with it and I posted all that. This video is apparently like a year and a half old. When I found out, I was like, oh my God, I thought this was something recently. Seriously, y'all, that's what I thought at the beginning, even when I was making that video, because I wasn't informed about that. I wasn't even aware that this video is this damn old. I was like, no way, man. That's insanity. And guys, look, I'm going to show something. I'm going to show you guys something real quick, just to prove to you what type of person I am. Like, we don't do this over here. Stuff that I'm just not going to show. Okay. So we're going to go to copyright, actually. Let's just go ahead and do this now. I'm not going to pull it back up for you guys. It's not going to take that long. Don't worry. We're back. This person literally stole my video that I did when I was doing Flintlock a while ago, and I could have went to request a video removal, right? Now, if I zoom in for you guys, you see right here, this was July 21st, 2024, right? I never touched it. For what? I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you're not hurting me by doing that. You know what I mean? And there's been other aspects where it's like, dude, I would never do that. I'm not touching it. It's, to me, it's just, even, I don't know, man, it's just weird to me. Even if somebody called me out, I don't do that type of stuff. Like,
because I can't pull up the video, you know, it's gone now until the strike gets repealed. But this video was roughly 10 minutes long or so, and his video, which I responded to in the video, was 3 minutes, meaning I more than tripled the length of his original video by creating my own transformative commentary, just debating him and disagreeing with his points and whatnot. And JayTech decided that it would be a good idea, despite this blowing up in his face every single time he's tried it, to to claim the video, which was my own. Again, it was completely transformative and legal, but it gets better because not only did he claim a completely fair use video, this video was 2.5 years old. I uploaded this video on December 3rd, 2020.
I'm getting off the camera for a second. No, no way. Y'all, no. I'm thinking about this right now. No, I'm thinking about this right now. 2022. No way this dude went that far back. Bro, what did he do to this man? What did he do to this man? Y'all, man. I was wrong about the 1.5 years. I've never in my life seen just so much petty males. This is crazy.
T2. I am the one who made it, and I basically had forgotten it existed. But apparently, JayTech did not, and I have a theory for why he decided to suddenly strike this video.
Does this dude have tits? Clutchy, has he been pumping himself full of estrogen accidentally and eating way too much soy?
I think what happened is basically recently, for those of you guys who haven't been keeping up with a lot of gaming news, Sony is doing a strong multi-platform push. They just announced that their own game, Helldivers 2, is coming to Xbox in August, and they just opened a job listing, which, as it was described in the listing, would help them do a much stronger multi-platform push to platforms like PC, Xbox, and Nintendo. And JayTech TV, for those of you who don't know, is like the most die-hard PlayStation fanboy on this entire website. This dude's life is literally dedicated to praising Sony for everything and not wanting other people to be able to play PlayStation games on other platforms. He takes gaming very seriously and personally, which, don't get me wrong, gaming is a massive part of my life, but at least I can draw a line and realize that at the end of the day, gaming, YouTube, all of this, none of it is really, like, for lack of a better term, real, compared to, you know, actual real-life important stuff. At least that was the case until this did become a real-life thing with this copyright strike. But that aside, basically, my theory is that he was so...
We're going to get back to his theory. He's right about it becoming real life, because when you're interfering with his income and all this other stuff, that's stuff that's needed for survival. Just wanted to add that in, like, so people could just really think about that when it starts to, like, going that far back here. It's just going way, like I said, man, keep it in the field, going way out again on the deep end with that. It's like, dude, what are we doing here?
Unbelievably butthurt by Sony going full multiplat that in a fit of blind rage when he wasn't thinking properly, he went to the content ID tool on YouTube, saw that my 2.5-year-old video used one of his even older videos, didn't watch the video, and just said, yeah, you know what, screw it, I see my video is in there, copyright strike, which is not how you're supposed to use the content ID tool, in case you couldn't tell. That tool exists so you can see who is using your video. It does not tell you why the person is using your video or if it is fair use. That tool detects if your content is being used, and then it tells you about it, and then basically says, hey, you should go check this out and see if it's fair use, because this person might be stealing your content. You do not file a copyright strike against somebody simply because their video shows up there, because the copyright ID tool does not account for whether a video is fair use. Obviously.
And I wouldn't even click on that, because you know what? When I saw it, I'm like, I don't care. You're not hurting me. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, in that sense, like, that's loser shit. Like, and why go to something non-related? Like, you guys remember what I said before. It has nothing to do with Xbox. It has nothing to do with PlayStation. It has nothing to do with Nintendo. It has nothing to do with PC. It's them. This is who they are. This is how they act underneath that label. You can put somebody underneath the same space at the same time, and that's never going to generate because that's not who they are.
It's a freaking robot. It's not gonna know whether my video is fair use just by scanning it. For example, I actually just found this. I went to my own content ID tool just to check. This individual did a live stream talking about Helldivers 2. And from the looks of it, he was just talking about the news of Xbox getting Helldivers 2. And he also played some himself. I think he was doing some modded games or whatever. As you can see, it says 20% of his stream had my video in it. That does not mean I get to copyright strike him, because guess what? I actually have to go to the stream and watch it to see if it was fair use, which guess
Correct.
what? It was. He was reacting to my video, so I am not going to file a false, illegal, by the way, I don't know if I've said that yet, but illegal copyright claim, because yes, filing a false copyright claim is illegal. And I literally could take JayTech TV to court over this. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I could literally fight him in small claims court over this. Although, honestly, it wouldn't really be much of a fight because the judge would take one look at the video and laugh JayTech out of the courtroom. But that aside, I don't think this dude fully grasps what he's doing by filing these strikes. He's just off in his own little console fanboy, childish world, just filing strikes because he doesn't like what people said about him. Look, if you—
No, he's right. So, and he thinks that he could just do that and nothing's going to happen to him. There's people that you run across, like, they will come after you, and it obviously it's not a common thing for the most part. Most people will be in a comfortable mindset. Oh, it's whatever. I'm gonna get away with it. You know what I mean? It's like people that are doxing and putting people's information up online. It's like, that's not cool, man. And that type of stuff. And it's just like, that's illegal, right? Same thing. If they really wanted to, some people were just like, whatever, man. You know what I mean? They let it go. And then maybe some people don't. You know what I mean? So it's just good to be aware, like the art of war. Be aware that he just self-absorbed into his own ignorance and childish infantile behavior, that type of stuff happens. And it's just that everything, because you're weak and you can't handle the fair game. Get out then, because you obviously can't handle it. That's the way. That's what I said. I said this whole time you couldn't handle it. You've been doing that for that long. You didn't even stop to try to mature or grow, right? And like Clutchy just said, he's been doing this for like at least 7 years, 8 years, dude. That's pretty sad. Over video games. And has there ever been any self-correction? I doubt it. Look, he's still doing it. So he's stuck. Development-wise, I mean, if we really want to think about it, there needs to be some growing aspects. Otherwise, it's just a loophole. Just saying. Very good with psychology and all of that.
If you want to respond to me, disagree with my points, make fun of me online, whatever, go for it. I'm not opposed to that whatsoever. I would be a hypocrite if I was. Falsely filing a copyright strike because you didn't like what I said about you in a 2.5-year-old video is not okay. And yesterday, I actually made a community post about this, where I tagged YouTube and JayTech. Here, let's go ahead and read off what I wrote. I said, so last night I received a false copyright claim on a video from over 2 years ago from none other than JayTech TV. Not only is this extremely scummy and petty, it's also illegal. YouTube, he has done this many times over the last decade and has never been punished for it. Anything less than channel termination for him is unacceptable. And then I say I'm gonna make this video that I'm making right now. And as expected, JayTech saw the post, because, I tagged him in it, and he actually had the balls to come out and leave a comment, which contained the most hilariously terrible defense for his actions I think he could have possibly made. Because he said, YouTube gave me a notice that 30% of my video was found inside your video. You should take it up with them, thumbs up emoji. And then I replied and said, and who filed the copyright strike? Because I don't give a single damn what YouTube said in the content ID tool. It is your responsibility as a creator to watch the video and determine if it is fair use. You do not—
100% of my video. It's been there for a year. I'm not touching it. I don't give a shit. He said 30. Guys, this guy took 100% of my video. You right? So what? You see how things manifest? Like it's all right here because it's wrong. And I got to step in because I'm like, oh, no. He's being done wrong. Yeah. Come on, man.
Not get to strike a video just because you saw that some of yours appeared in my video. And what do you mean, take it up with them? You are the one who filed the strike. YouTube didn't do it. You did it. And it's extra hilarious because this is the exact same excuse that Quantum TV used years ago. If you guys don't know who Quantum TV is, basically a few years ago there was a massive drama surrounding him in Elden Ring because he made a really bad review of it and then got made fun of for it and then started falsely taking down videos people made making fun of him for it. And then his excuse was, oh, well, the copyright ID tool showed that my video was in yours, so I took it down. That is not how this works. And I want to say that you know damn well that's not how it works, but I don't even know because he is genuinely so stupid. I can't tell if he knows what he's doing is wrong or if he actually thinks he's in the right. But just wait, it gets even worse because he went to Twitter to publicly brag about his false copyright strike that he filed. And
Exposing himself. I should have had on the clown music, but you guys get it.
And tagged YouTube in a post saying, thank you at YouTube. Yes, YouTube, thank you for letting me illegally take down somebody's video. You guys truly are the best. And of course, this absolute coward hid replies. But that hasn't stopped people from absolutely roasting him on other posts. You know, before he ended up deleting the comments because, again, he is the biggest coward on this site. Literally false copyright claimed me and then deleted anybody giving him crap for it. And one of my favorite comments that I saw before this got deleted was somebody said, stop taking down people's videos. And he said, stop taking my content without my permission. I swear to God, I'm gonna crash out. I kind of already am.
Let's go back inside the room, man. Oh man, dude, why would you say that, man? Boy, you know, like Buddha said, awareness is key. But with JayTech, it's a travesty.
Crashing out, I guess, but I'm gonna crash out even harder.
Yeah,
all of these copyright abusing cowards use this excuse. Don't take my content without permission. Guess what, buddy? I don't need your permission. That's not how copyright law and fair use works. The beautiful thing about fair use is I don't have to get anybody's permission to make fun of them. As long as my content is transformative, I can use whatever of yours I want. And guess what? I'm going to continue to do it. I will not be intimidated by someone who turns off replies and deletes comments after doing something illegal. Not only am I going to keep all my videos on you up, I am going to continue to make fun of you in the future, even more so now, because guess what? It was never personal before. It was dumb console war stuff. I was just making fun of your bad takes. Now, you have made it personal. Somebody pointed it out. This is the Streisand effect in full force. You are only going to be made fun of even more because of this. And God willing, you're gonna get taken off of YouTube as well. I know you probably won't get taken down, unfortunately, because YouTube has a terrible history of punishing people like you. But god damn it, it would be amazing. Alright, I've calmed down. I think I'm good now. Look.
No, he said what he needed to say. On the way to fight that dragon and summon that NPC. Oh yeah, I mapped out the whole Elden Ring, by the way. Huge from software fan, long time. All the way back to original Demon Souls. You can go back to King's Field and all that even then. But yeah, basically what he just said makes sense. Just like I said in my last video. dude, you started, when you do this type of stuff, you may think that that little war meant something for that little bit of time, but in the long term, you have created a long torture for you. You started some type of crusade, metaphorically speaking. And then now there's other people that are going to join in. And then now there's going to be people say, hey, you want to go to court if you don't do this? And then you're going to be forced to take it down anyways. And then you damaged yourself when you could have just stayed in the field and maybe just not probably said something, but went a different way about it. But the choice that you made is echoing all of this. You see, you reap what you sow. And that is just not good, bro. Definitely when respect is gone. When respect is gone, you're going to be seeing more masks come off and from other people. I'm just saying. And at the last couple minutes of Gara's video, man, I like that because he was bringing the fire. I like that. AGN don't see that as being mad, angry. No, 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 no. It's real because that's exactly how he feels about his friend. See, to me, I like that because he's sticking up, and whatever comes out, I mean, even if it may be a little bit more chaotic, but guess what though? That's not wrong. No, what you did was wrong. I see things the way that it's supposed to be seen. Ain't none of that crazy. And if anybody comes and roasts him, no, you're not. You're doing the right thing. And you should be aggressive on that type of behavior because once again, it's like, dude, just don't play the game then. You know what I mean? It's just embarrassing. We're just saying we want you to do better. Nobody likes seeing you do that. I loved watching your content and laughing at you, JayTech. I actually thought it was funny. But I didn't think you were gonna be acting like this. It's like, okay, well then shit, man. There's other people in the world. Damn, bro. I didn't know it was like that. Uh,
The video will be back up within the next few days. I'm going to have a video out tomorrow making fun of JayTech because of his breakdown on stream over Sony going multiplat. And if I were him, I would avoid falsely striking that video because I know this man does not have the financial stability to go to court. And really quick, guys, before I go, I just want to quickly thank all of you for being absolutely incredible during this situation. The support I have received, even within like the first couple hours of this news coming out, was absolutely incredible. And the reason I didn't have a video up on this sooner is because I was actually on vacation when this happened, but thankfully so many people put out videos talking about this in my absence. Special shout outs to Gara, to Joe from Seattle, Chris the Narc for talking about this on stream, I Am Desire, he just put out his video talking about this. Also shout out to Josh, as well as the other people who have already made videos on this and who are going to. I actually cannot thank you all enough, and it is such a blessing to have such an amazing community and just such a strong support base of people who I know will be there for me when stuff like this happens. So yeah, guys, with all of that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, or also just to get it out there if you hate copyright abusers. Dislike it if you didn't like it, or if you're a fan of JayTech TV. Subscribe if you want to see more. Join us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Salt streams, and join us every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on the gaming channel for gaming streams.
there we go. So let me know what you guys think about this. And yeah, I don't mind too. We'll keep supporting. So there it is. Funny stuff. We'll keep you guys posted. Peace out, y'all. Have a great day. Enjoy this for the rest of the night.